Okay, we're back working on the Lambo. I've got to change a couple piston rings, a piston, which make a good show because I really got to take this thing apart. But the only thing we have left to do, we got to do a wheel alignment and adjust the headlights on the car as far as everything else we've done to it. So we're going to go ahead and move the car over there. And, oops, did I just put it in parking? No, good. We're going to do the wheel alignment and the headline alignment. Then we're going to fix the piston in it. The pistons and the piston rings. She's looking pretty sharp. I'm going to, it's got photo spots. We're going to go check that out too. I've never done that yet. But I need to start taking before and after pictures of these cars. The graphics are so good and you can make such drastic changes to these cars that it's worth it. Whoops. Wow, you could fall in the pit in this one. That's pretty cool. You couldn't fall in the pit in the last one. I bet that'll get annoying. But, man, that's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. Can't wait to drive it. Check it out. I like how I modernized. The wheels are still original Lambos, but I upsized them to give it more of a modern look, newer. And gave it a modern wrap. It's almost the same color as I bought it. It's just wrapped. Well, paint, but we all know in reality to get something to look like this, it's a wrap. Anyhow, it's pretty tight. Alright, let's go ahead and do a wheel alignment. Those of you who haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty cool. I mean, just another thing to do, and that's what it's all about. That's pretty cool. I bet you can tell when you drive it. That's for sure. But here we go, dead on. Alright, let's go ahead and line up the headlights. I put new headlights in it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right there. Let's do the other one. Ooh. There we go. Headlights aligned. Oh, let's not fall in the pit again. I'm liking that. Yeah, I wish I had took some before and after pictures of that. Alright, let's move her back into the garage. I'm not gonna... Should I pull the motor out? No, let's go ahead and pull the motor out. It's a pretty little thing anyway. So... Well, the piston ain't highlighted though. So, I'm not going to go through that. It's only a couple pistons, piston rings, and it won't highlight. When you highlight your part to dig it out, which you'll have to do a lot of in this. Everything's about where it's placed. So if you have a bad piston, you got to pretty much put that piston back where it was. And you could take the engine out and put it on the engine stand, but then the highlighted part is not going to show up. It only shows up on the chassis of the car, or where the motor would be on the car. So, yeah, there's advantages and disadvantages. I hope they change that part in their next edition. I think that if you have the tool to use it, like the engine stand, well, when I highlight a part, it should highlight where the engine is, not where the car is. So, but it's the only thing. It's the only thing I can think of that the drawback is once you take a part off the car, it won't highlight at its location, and I think they could do better with that. Oh, there is another thing before we get started. you can tint windows. So, which is really cool. We're going to tint these windows. Oops. Same. And we're going to tint them dark because I'm doing the black chrome and gold chrome. So, we're going to go dark. We're going to keep that color because that's black. But we're going all the way dark. I think that'll look best. Tint done. That's cool. Look more mysterious, more matched. That's cool. She's looking tight, boy. Looking tight. Alright, I'm going to clear my inventory. There we go. I know my list is clear because I always clear it. Let's go. Whoop, let's go ahead and get this. I'm going to leave the motor in the car for this one. Cause I'm only changing those couple things. I don't think it'll be much difference at this point. Alright. There's some sweet wheels now. Man, can't believe that. Well, I'm human like everybody else. I will admit that I rebuilt this motor and I must have been rolling along or distracted or having a conversation, much like, you know what? I don't even need to take the tires off. I'm distracted. I bet that's what happened. And I ended up not buying enough new parts. And so some of the old ones got slapped on because I didn't pay attention to the condition when I was putting it on. See how it shows the condition of every part you put on. I must not have bought enough when I was in the catalog or forgot or skipped over it or forgot it on my list or whatever. And the old part ended up back in it. Okay, we got this piston, these two pistons, and the head's got to come off. Of course, both of them do. That sucks. But that's the way, that's the way it rolls. There's a saying, oh yeah, I can't take those off yet. I'm so used to having it on the stand. Alright, that's it for under here. I gotta take all them tidbits off anyway to get the head off, so just the fact of having pistons in there, and of course they're all on the opposite side of each other, of course, because of the way I put it together. Yeah. So, anyway, I gotta take both heads off, but it won't take me long here. I did highlight the piston rings too, didn't I? Let's see here. Piston rings. Yeah, these are just, okay. So it's on the pistons too. So that's what it was. I didn't buy enough pistons, I bet. Because they're side by side. So that tells me that that I didn't buy enough pistons to begin with. So I ended up slapping 2 pistons in there, and the fact they're on opposite ends of each other is what is my clue, because of the way you assemble it. So, yep, and sometimes this stuff's too much like real life, because but you wouldn't do that in real life because you're touching too many parts. I mean, you don't accidentally put used parts in the motor. I don't care what anybody says. Somebody tries to tell you that they're trying to BS you. That's for sure. And this still builds experience points and whatnot, so I unlock abilities. It does seem just like the other game. It does seem that you earn more points fixing customers' cars, at least in the beginning. Maybe not so, but in the first game it didn't seem to make a difference. It seemed to be a even point rating, besides some other bonuses and whatnot. And this seems to be pretty much the same. Yeah, I think you earn a little more, a little faster when you're fixing cars for other customers, which would make sense. But you still get some for rebuilding and whatnot. But if you notice, take a look here as I take stuff apart. Look at all these painted parts. It didn't come this way. I mean, I did a gold and black scheme, and I painted the oil filter so it looks orange because it's opaque, unless you paint it black or white or a real solid color. But for some reason, gold chrome didn't do it. It was more translucent. But you'll see all these painted parts. These all came one color. The upgraded, they either come red or if it's metal or chrome. Some parts are black. But you'll notice all these painted parts. Yeah, you can paint. I mean, that's all stuff you do. And you could change the texture, the look, the gloss. I mean, it's pretty cool. They really outdid themselves with the parts painting. It's pretty neat. And a lot of stuff does come out chrome when you pick for the chrome, but a chroming kit would be cool. Or even powder coat. Powder coat would be cool too. Oh, I built this motor with every hopped up part I could get, or that's unlocked for me right now. So yeah, I spared no expense, and it's pretty detailed and accurate. I mean, the more higher end car you go, the more stuff costs. So it's pretty detailed. It really is. Shouldn't have to drain any fluids here. Oh yes, I do. I gotta drain the radiator. I gotta take that thermostat housing off. And they'll fine you for it, so don't forget. See, where is it at? It's back here. Yep. You gotta pull out your drain tool. You'll get used, so you'll pay some fines before you remember to do that. If you're used to the first game, I mean, that's where I end up having to learn stuff, is because you start getting in your mode and playing. If you're used to playing the first game, and then there's the slight differences on the second game, which is cool. I mean, that's part of it. That's why they do it that way, and that's fine. Keeps you on your toes, but it will happen. You'll pay some fines, just like when you first started playing the first one and you didn't drain the oil, and you paid a few fines before you remember to grab that oil bucket. Oh yeah, I gotta take, no, oh yeah, that's right, we're not done yet. Water pump, yep, I had to take the water pump off too anyways. Head's gotta come off. Take the pistons out. So these are marked for when I put them back. Well, I won't need anything marked when I put it back together because they'll all be 100%. I just needed to see which one was what and what was going on, but I can take those highlighted parts off at this particular instance because it's all 100% going back on. But because I gotta get into it all the way down to the block, I gotta take all this stuff off regardless if it needed to be replaced or not. Alright. Okay, let's do this, and okay. Let's see what we got here. Alright, we're gonna go order by condition. Yeah, because then, and this is actually the first instance I've had to use that sort. But boy, that comes in handy right now. Alright, anyway, we're going to go with high performance first. 1, 2, and then now we're going to make our list for the rest. And that's it. Oops.